Jesse Jackson, a towering figure in American civil rights history, has dedicated his life to advocating for racial equality, social justice, and economic empowerment. Born on October 8, 1941, in Greenville, South Carolina, Jackson rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most influential activists, politicians, and orators of his time. As a protege of Dr. Martin Luther King, he played a pivotal role in the civil rights movement, championing causes that challenged systemic racism and fought for equal opportunities for marginalized communities. Throughout his career, Jackson has proven to be more than just an activist. His leadership in founding the Rainbow Push Coalition and his two groundbreaking presidential campaigns in the 1980s cemented his reputation as a visionary leader, unafraid to break barriers, whether leading marches, delivering impassioned speeches, or engaging in global diplomacy. Jackson's unwavering commitment to justice has inspired generations. Now in his 80s, Jackson's legacy extends beyond activism. As a family man, a respected global figure, and an enduring voice for justice, he represents a life dedicated to service and change. His story is a testament to resilience, hope, and the power of one individual's determination to transform society. Jesse Louise Jackson was born on October 8, 1941, in Greenville, South Carolina, into a world shaped by the harsh realities of racial segregation. His early life was marked by both hardships and resilience, experiences that would profoundly shape his future as a civil rights leader. His mother, Helen Burns, was a teenage single parent at the time of his birth, and his biological father, Noah Robinson, was a married man who had no involvement in Jesse's upbringing. Despite the stigma and difficulties of being raised as a single-parent household during that era, Helen Burns displayed extraordinary strength and determination. When Jesse was a toddler, his mother married Charles Jackson, a postal worker who adopted him and gave him his surname. Charles became a central figure in Jesse's life, providing stability and a model of hard work. The family lived modestly, but Jesse's parents emphasized the importance of education, faith, and community service. This nurturing environment gave Jesse the foundation to dream big and strive for success despite the challenges posed by systemic racism. Growing up in the racially segregated South, Jesse Jackson experienced firsthand the injustices that African Americans endured daily. Greenville, like much of the South, was a community divided by the color line, with separate schools, churches, and public facilities for Black and white residents. As a child, Jesse often questioned the logic and morality of segregation, particularly when he was forced to sit at the back of the bus or drink from colored-only water fountains. These early encounters with injustice ignited a deep sense of indignation and a desire to fight for change. Jesse's education played a crucial role in shaping his character and ambitions. He attended Sterling High School, a segregated school for African Americans in Greenville, where he excelled both academically and athletically. A natural leader and gifted speaker, Jesse became an influential figure among his peers, earning respect for his intellect and charisma. He was also a talented athlete, particularly in football and baseball, which opened doors to further opportunities. After graduating from high school, Jesse received a football scholarship to the University of Illinois. However, he left after his first year, feeling the pull to return closer to his roots and focus on social activism. He transferred to North Carolina A&T State University, a historically Black college in Greensboro, where he became deeply involved in the burgeoning civil rights movement. During this time, he participated in sit-ins at segregated lunch counters, demonstrating his commitment to challenging racial inequality. In addition to his activism, Jesse was an avid student of theology and public speaking, recognizing the importance of faith and rhetoric in mobilizing communities. He later enrolled at the Chicago Theological Seminary, where he honed his skills as a preacher and activist. Although he ultimately did not complete his degree, his time there solidified his ability to inspire and lead through the power of words. Jesse Jackson's early life was a testament to resilience and determination. Raised in a segregated society, he overcame the barriers of poverty and prejudice to become a powerful advocate for justice. These formative experiences not only shaped his worldview, but also fueled his lifelong commitment to fighting for equality and uplifting marginalized communities. Jesse Jackson's journey as a civil rights activist began in the 1960s during one of the most transformative periods in American history. While attending North Carolina A&T State University, Jackson became involved in the civil rights movement, inspired by the courage of leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. His first major act of activism was participating in Greensboro's historic sit-ins at segregated lunch counters, where he joined fellow students in peaceful protests to challenge the unjust policies of segregation. In 1965, Jackson was called to Chicago to join Dr. King's Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC, and its Economic Justice Initiative, Operation Breadbasket, under Dr. King's mentorship. Jackson emerged as a dynamic leader, organizing boycotts and campaigns to pressure businesses to hire and support African Americans. His passionate speeches, bold strategies, and ability to mobilize communities earned him national attention as one of the movement's rising stars. After Dr. King's assassination in 1968, Jackson continued to carry the torch of civil rights activism. He founded Operation PUSH, People United to Save Humanity, in 1971, focusing on economic empowerment, education, and social justice for African Americans. PUSH became a prominent platform for advancing Black rights and addressing systemic inequalities, from demanding cooperative accountability to increasing voter participation. Jackson's activism extended beyond marches and speeches. He served as a bridge between communities, advocating for unity and urging people to believe in their collective power to create change. His ability to connect with grassroots organizations, religious leaders, and political figures elevated him to the forefront of the struggle for equality. By the early 1970s, Jesse Jackson had cemented his place as a civil rights icon, a leader who tirelessly fought for justice and inspired a nation to confront its conscience. Jesse Jackson's life is a blend of activism, leadership, and personal accomplishments, reflecting the essence of his mission to uplift marginalized communities. Over the decades, he has established himself as one of the most influential civil rights leaders in the United States. Despite the challenges he has faced, his lifestyle reflects both the modest roots he came from and the global recognition he has earned as a voice for equality. Homes and properties. Jesse Jackson's success as a political leader and activist has afforded him a comfortable lifestyle. Though his primary focus remains on his work, rather than material possessions, he resides in Chicago, Illinois, where he has lived for decades. His home is a reflection of his practical and grounded personality, comfortable and welcoming, yet not overly ostentatious. Jackson's home is located in a quiet neighborhood, providing him the privacy he values while allowing him to remain connected to the community he has served tirelessly. Unlike many public figures, Jackson has not pursued an extravagant lifestyle filled with luxury mansions or exotic properties. Instead, he prioritizes simplicity and the values of humility and service that have guided his life. His home often serves as a space for community gatherings, discussions, and moments of reflection on the issues he continues to address. Family life. Jackson's family life has always been a cornerstone of his identity. He married Jacqueline Lavina Brown in 1962, and the couple had 5 children: Santita, Jesse Jr., Jonathan, Yusuf, and Jacqueline. Known for being a close-knit family, the Jacksons have supported each other through life's highs and lows. Many of his children have followed in his footsteps, pursuing careers in public service, politics, and activism. Jesse Jackson has always emphasized the importance of family values, often crediting his wife and children for grounding him amidst the demands of his public life. Despite his busy schedule, he has made time for his family, ensuring that they remain his priority. Family events and gatherings are often a way for him to reconnect and recharge. Cars and transportation. As a prominent figure who has traveled extensively for his work, Jackson has owned vehicles that reflect practicality and functionality. Unlike some public figures who flaunt lavish car collections, Jackson's choices are modest, focusing on reliable transportation rather than luxury. Jackson's cars are often chosen for comfort and utility, suitable for long road trips to various events, rallies, and speaking engagements. While specific details about his car collection are scarce, his choices align with his philosophy of practicality over extravagance. Net worth. Jesse Jackson's estimated net worth is around $10 million, which comes primarily from his work as an activist, public speaker, and leader of organizations like Operation Push and the Rainbow Coalition. Over the years, Jackson has earned income from his books, speaking engagements, and consulting roles, in addition to the fundraising efforts he has spearheaded for civil rights causes. Although his financial success provided him with security, Jackson has consistently reinvested his resources into his work. From funding community programs to supporting education initiatives, much of his wealth has been channeled towards advancing the causes he holds dear. His commitment to service over personal gain is a testament to his character and values. Day-to-day lifestyle. Jesse Jackson's daily life revolves around his mission for justice and equality. Even in his later years, he continues to participate in marches, deliver speeches, and advocate for change on issues ranging from voter rights to healthcare access. His days are often packed with meetings, media appearances, and discussions with policymakers and activists. Despite his busy schedule, Jackson prioritizes self-care and reflection. Known for his disciplined lifestyle, he begins his mornings with prayer and meditation, followed by light exercise to stay physically active. His strong faith has always been a guiding force in his life, influencing his approach to both personal and professional challenges. Jackson also enjoys engaging with young people, mentoring future leaders, and sharing his experiences to inspire the next generation. Whether attending community events or speaking at universities, he remains a tireless advocate for education and empowerment. Public persona versus public life. In public, Jackson is a charismatic and eloquent speaker, often at the forefront of significant social justice movements. However, in private, he is known for his humility and down-to-earth personality. Friends and colleagues describe him as a warm, approachable, and deeply compassionate. Jackson's lifestyle reflects a careful balance between the public responsibilities, personal values. He avoids extravagance, focusing instead on creating a meaningful legacy that will inspire future generations. His life, shaped by service and purpose, is a testament to his unwavering dedication to justice and equality. Even as he enjoys the recognition and comfort of his career has afforded him, Jesse Jackson's lifestyle remains rooted in his principles of humility, family, and faith that have guided him from the start. Family life. Jesse Jackson's family life has been a pillar of strength and inspiration throughout his long and illustrious career. Married to Jacqueline Lavina Brown since 1962, their union has stood the test of time, weathering both personal and professional challenges. Together they have raised 5 children: Santita, Jesse Jr., Jonathan, Yusuf, and Jacqueline, who have all made their mark in various fields, following their father's legacy of service and activism. The role Jacqueline Lavina Brown, Jacqueline, often referred to as Jackie, has played a significant role in supporting Jesse Jackson's career while maintaining a strong and nurturing household. A graduate of North Carolina A&T State University, she has been a constant source of encouragement and stability for Jackson during his demanding career as a civil rights leader. Known for her quiet strength and grace, Jackie has been an advocate for education and community involvement, values that have deeply influenced their children. Throughout the years, Jacqueline has managed to balance her responsibilities as a wife and mother with her own ambitions and contributions to the community. Her steadfast support has allowed Jesse Jackson to dedicate himself fully to his mission while ensuring that their family remains grounded and connected. The children's achievements. The Jackson children have followed in their parents' footsteps in various ways, making significant contributions to public service, politics, and the arts. Number 1. Santita Jackson. As the eldest daughter, Santita Jackson has carved out her own path as a singer, political commentator, and radio host. She has a passion for social justice and often lends her voice to discussions about race, gender equality, and politics. Known for her eloquence and musical talent, Santita's career reflects the values instilled in her by her parents. Number 2. Jesse Jackson Jr. Jesse Jr. followed directly in his father's political footsteps. A graduate of the University of Illinois and Harvard University, he served as a U.S. Congressman from Illinois' 2nd Congressional District from 1995 to 2012. His career in public service was marked both by significant achievements and personal challenges, including a highly publicized legal case that resulted in his resignation. Despite these struggles, Jesse Jr. remains an advocate for criminal justice reform and mental health awareness. Number 3. Jonathan Jackson. Jonathan Jackson is a businessman and activist who has taken on leadership roles within the Rainbow Push Coalition, the organization funded by his father. He has been actively involved in community development initiatives and economic empowerment programs, continuing the family's mission of uplifting marginalized communities. Number 4. Yusuf Jackson. Yusuf Jackson has pursued a career in business, particularly in the beverage and media industries. Known for his entrepreneurial spirit, Yusuf has focused on creating opportunities and fostering diversity in the corporate world. Number 5. Jacqueline Jackson Jr. The youngest of the Jackson children, Jacqueline Jr. has taken a more private approach to her career while supporting her family's legacy. She is known for her involvement in various community projects and her commitment to social justice. Family challenges and resilience. Like any family, the Jacksons have faced their share of challenges, including public scrutiny and personal struggles. Jesse Jackson Jr.'s legal issues brought significant attention to the family. but they have navigated these difficulties with resilience and unity. The family has remained supportive of one another, leaning on their shared faith and values to overcome adversity. Jesse Jackson himself has always emphasized the importance of family, often crediting his wife and children for keeping him grounded. Despite the demands of his public life, he has made efforts to be present for his family, prioritizing moments of togetherness and celebrating milestones. Net worth and financial overview. As of 2025, Jesse Jackson's estimated net worth is around $10 million, accumulated through decades of dedication to civil rights activism, public speaking, writing, and leadership roles. Despite his primary focus on social justice and equality, Jackson has managed to build a solid financial foundation by leveraging his influence and expertise in various ways. Sources of income. Public speaking. Number 1, public speaking. Jesse Jackson is a highly sought-after speaker, delivering powerful speeches at universities, conferences, and events worldwide. His ability to inspire and connect with audiences has made him a prominent figure on the lecture circuit, earning substantial fees for his appearances. Number 2, book royalties. Jackson is the author of several books, including his autobiography and works on civil rights and social justice. These publications not only amplify his message, but also contribute to his income through royalties and sales. Number 3, Rainbow Push Coalition. As the founder and leader of the Rainbow Push Coalition, Jackson draws a salary from the nonprofit organization. The coalition, which focuses on social justice, economic empowerment, and civil rights, has grown into a major force for change, with Jackson playing a pivotal role in its success. Number 4, consulting and adversary roles. Jackson has occasionally taken on consulting roles, advising organizations and political campaigns on matters related to racial equality and economic justice. These advisory positions have added to his income over the years. Number 5, media appearances. Regularly featured on news programs, documentaries, and interviews, Jackson earns additional income through media engagements, which also help to further his activism. Number 6, investments. Over the years, Jackson has made strategic investments in real estate and other ventures. For instance, he is known to own properties in Chicago and other locations, which contribute to his net worth. Financial philosophy. Jesse Jackson has consistently used his financial resources to support his activism and philanthropic efforts. A significant portion of his earnings is reinvested in community projects, scholarships, and programs that uplift marginalized groups. While he enjoys a comfortable lifestyle, his financial legacy is largely defined by his commitment to creating opportunities and advancing justice. Jackson's net worth reflects not only his personal achievements, but also his ability to turn his platform into a force for good, ensuring that his financial success aligns with his lifelong mission for social change. Achievements and recognition. Jesse Jackson's career is defined by monumental achievements and widespread recognition as one of the most influential civil rights activists in American history. His lifelong dedication to social justice, economic equality, and political reform has earned him numerous accolades and cemented his place as a pivotal figure in the global fight for equality. Civil rights advocacy. Jackson's most notable achievement is his work alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. during the civil rights movement of the 1960s. As a key organizer for the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC, he played an instrumental role in major campaigns for racial equality, including the Selma to Montgomery marches and voter registration drives. He later founded the Rainbow Push Coalition, an organization dedicated to social justice and economic empowerment. Through this platform, Jesse has worked tirelessly to address issues such as housing discrimination, labor rights, and minority business development. Political milestones. In 1984 and 1988, Jackson made history by running for the Democratic presidential nomination. Though he did not win, he became the first African-American candidate to gain widespread national support, securing millions of votes and demonstrating the viability of African Americans in high-level political leadership, honors, and awards. Jackson has received countless awards for his contributions, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2000, the nation's highest civilian honor. Additionally, he has been recognized by international organizations for his work in promoting peace and human rights. Global impact. Beyond the United States, Jackson has acted as a diplomat and mediator in international conflicts, including securing the release of hostages in Syria, Cuba, and Iraq. His global influence highlights his commitment to justice beyond national borders. Jesse Jackson's achievements reflect his enduring commitment to equality, justice, and empowerment, leaving a legacy that continues to inspire future generations. Alleged anti-Semitic remarks. One of the most significant controversies in Jackson's career arose from remarks he made in the 1980s that were perceived as anti-Semitic. In a 1984 interview, Jackson referred to New York City as Hiney Town, a derogatory term directed at the Jewish community. This comment caused outrage and led to widespread backlash. Jackson later apologized, acknowledging that his words were inappropriate and hurtful, but the incident has remained a blemish on his legacy, especially among Jewish communities. Political and personal scandals. Jackson has also faced personal scandals that have contributed to controversies. In 2001, it was revealed that he had fathered a child out of wedlock with a former employee of his organization, Rainbow Push Coalition. The revelation of this affair strained Jackson's public image, particularly because of his position as a moral and political leader. Jackson acknowledged the mistake and took responsibility for his actions, but the personal lapse generated a great deal of media scrutiny and public criticism. Internal disputes within Rainbow Push. While Jackson's leadership of the Rainbow Push Coalition has been largely successful, the organization has not been immune to internal disputes. Over the years, some former members have criticized Jackson for his management style, alleging that he prioritized his personal image and political aspirations over the organization's mission. These tensions have at times weakened the influence of the coalition. Challenges to his legacy. Despite these controversies, Jackson's broader impact on civil rights remains significant. However, as he navigates these personal and professional challenges, his legacy continues to be scrutinized by both his supporters and others. Despite the controversies, his commitment to the fight for justice and equality has endured, and his influence in American politics and activism remains undeniable. Jesse Jackson in 2025. In 2025, Jesse Jackson continues to be a prominent figure in the fight for racial equality and social justice. Although his role has evolved over the years, now in his mid-80s, Jackson is no longer the fiery young activist leading large demonstrations, but remains a respected elder statesman in the civil rights movement, offering guidance and insight to younger activists. His health has also become a focal point in recent years, especially after he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 2017. Despite this, Jackson remains active in his advocacy work, using his platform to highlight issues of systemic racism, economic inequality, and voter disenfranchisement. Leadership in the Rainbow Push Coalition. Jackson's leadership of the Rainbow Push Coalition remains steadfast. The organization, which he founded in 1971, continues to focus on empowering marginalized communities, promoting economic justice, and supporting educational opportunities for African Americans. Although Jackson may not be as hands-on as he once was, his influence and legacy continue to shape the coalition's work, and his presence at major events provides the moral authority that many activists still look to for inspiration. Advocacy and public speaking. In 2025, Jackson remains active on the public speaking circuit, often addressing issues like the Black Lives Matter movement, the importance of voting rights, and racial economic disparity. He participates in forums, conferences, and media appearances, reminding the nation of the unfinished work of the civil rights movement. His speeches are often reflective, focusing on the progress made and the ongoing struggles that remain for marginalized communities. Jesse Jackson's life and career are a testament to his unwavering commitment to social justice, civil rights, and political activism. From his early days as a young leader in the civil rights movement to his current role as a respected elder statesman, Jackson has shaped the landscape for American activism and politics. His journey has been marked by both incredible achievements and significant controversies. But through it all, he has remained a powerful voice for marginalized communities. As we look at his legacy in 2025, Jesse Jackson stands as an enduring figure in the fight for racial equality and economic justice. While his health challenges and personal controversies have tested his public image, his contributions to the civil rights movement, his work with the Rainbow Push Coalition, and his efforts to create a more just and equitable society cannot be overstated. Jackson's influence continues to reverberate across the nation, from his role in national political campaigns to his ongoing advocacy for economic empowerment, voting rights, and systemic change. Jackson's legacy also extends beyond his public work. His family life, personal struggles, and ability to maintain a presence in both politics and activism speak to his resilience and determination. He has provided guidance and inspiration for future generations of leaders and activists, proving that the fight for justice is ongoing and must be carried forward. As a historical figure, Jesse Jackson's story is one of triumph and challenges, victories and setbacks. In 2025, he continues to remind us that while progress has been made, the work is far from finished. His life's work stands as a call to action, urging each of us to continue the fight for equality, justice, and human dignity in our own communities.